second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Throwing again. Marshall. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Lucky 56.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. Well, there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let this one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a second and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Throwing on first down. Marshall. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back 99, Philly, here we go. All right, now, 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot.
On 1st and 10, Marshall. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot.
On 1st down, Marshall. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger body wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes him so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here, got into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no...
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Over, 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 over. Hot.
Throwing on 1st down, Marshall. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Patriot. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marshall. His throw incomplete. They were trying to go to Marshall that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Twisting away. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now let's go. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of... Yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Looking to throw. Going for the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
They go play action here on 1st down. For right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Detroit. 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 Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Motion, motion, motion.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. To throw on second down. Marshall. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Let's bring it.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The final shot before break. Marshall. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Marshall. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On first and 10, Marshall finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Marshall. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Check, check. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Over.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long.
Hey, you got three. Three down.
Now back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Trying to lay one up deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
To throw on 2nd down, Marshall. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Marshall. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Check me out. We got 3 down. We got to stand up on there. Bang, 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 bang.
To throw again. Marshall. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
3 down.
And they'll go on the ground. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and their lead will swell up to 28. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete to Moss. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going up top. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back down to Philly. Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down. Marshall. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Looking to throw. Marshall. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Marshall, the intended receiver. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that,
No.
frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down,
Detroit!
right?
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Marshall. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Off the play fake. Marshall. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. On 1st and 10, Marshall got his man complete over the middle. It's Harper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun. 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 Gun.
On 1st down, Marshall. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll set up a throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. From the left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Gun!
Slant.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Gun!
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They got 29 yards that time. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Watch the slant.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Marshall. Throwing right, and that's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
And they just hit another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
We got three, fellas, we got three.
From the gun, Marshall, hard throw, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.